大家好，欢迎来我的 channel， 我是李莎莎。
Never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell.
So, in today's video, I have my special guest here, my friend. Introduce yourself to everyone.
Hey, yeah, guys, my name's Lewis. I come from the UK. I have a YouTube channel, YGZ Taiwan. I'm Shasha's friend. We've known each other for about a year now, I think,
Yeah,
right?
it's been a year.
Wow.
Over a year.
It's gone fast. Thanks for having me on your channel.
Thanks for being here. So, obviously, today's video is kind of about, we've been in Taiwan for relatively the same amount of time, I would say, give or take a few months.
Yeah.
Right? Like a year
Pretty
and a
much,
half.
yeah, pretty much.
And so, obviously, you know, we're not going to stay here, you know, forever, for the rest of our lives, right?
Well,
you don't
speak
have
for
that
yourself. I'm going to be here forever.
Okay. Thoughts of Taiwan? Has anything kind of changed from like over this year and a half period that you've been here?
Yeah, I guess quite a lot, really, quite a lot. When I first got here, I just kept hearing people say, you know, like, it's very much like China, you know, like Taiwan and China have so many similarities, but I found actually the exact opposite. It's very different.
I agree.
In terms of not only culture, because I feel like in Taiwan they've kind of preserved that more traditional Chinese culture, whereas in China, unfortunately, a lot of it's kind of been eradicated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
I thought it was just going to be like China 2.0.
Yeah.
And then when I got here, I was like, oh, wow, yeah, it's completely different. Yeah, how about you?
This might sound a little bit shallow, but I had been to Taiwan before, I had traveled here before, but obviously traveling somewhere and living somewhere is two completely different things, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
The main reason that I really wanted to come to Taiwan was my love of Taiwanese dramas. If you know me, you know I have a love for it, still do.
That's all you ever talk about. On and on, and I'm joking.
I thought it was going to be like, obviously things are not the same as dramas, same as like, you know, Western dramas, but like the things that you see and the things that go on, I thought it would be a bit like that, but I guess like it wasn't. It was just a bit different.
Yeah, I mean the backdrop is still the same.
Yeah.
Though, you know what I mean? Like, so when they go to a location, you can go to that location.
I've been there.
Oh really? Yeah. Okay. That was your expectation. It was going to be like a drama, and you just got more drama than you were anticipating. I guess.
It's not my first time that I've lived outside of the UK, so or away from home. So I assumed that it would be really like easy to like slip into. I was like, oh, I've lived in Asia before. It's gonna be easy just to slip into Taiwan, and it's gonna be all fairy tales and gumdrops and rainbows and unicorns.
Did you find it difficult then to adjust to life here?
Yeah.
I had quite the opposite experience. It's been a piece of cake. I'm not gonna lie, it's been so easy. Like, I haven't had to put any effort into staying here. It's been one of the easiest like transitions to move into a new place in my whole life.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not talking crap here. Everything was so easy, like finding a job, I had no trouble finding a job. I had no trouble renting an apartment. Yeah, everything's smooth sailing.
I think maybe it's because the way we got to Taiwan was different. Because obviously, like when I first came to Taiwan, I came as a student. Before I even got here, it was like hype of pandemic, and obviously you were supposed to start the semester in September, and because of the pandemic, everything got pushed back and delayed, and then like the visa places weren't giving visas in the UK, and then all this crazy stuff happened.
Yeah,
and then like by the time I actually got to Taiwan, the semester had already been going on for like 2 months, and I was so far behind. So I feel like that's where the stress kind of started from the beginning. And then like in that interim between being a student and deciding no, I want to leave this course, and then being like, I need to find a job, and trying to find a job and doing that, I think that's where the stress for me kind of came.
Getting to Taiwan was difficult.
It was, right?
But I'm just talking about once I got here.
Oh, everything was fine.
Everything was like smooth sailing. You're jealous?
Yeah.
It's because I'm white.
Is it? No, definitely. I feel like it was
white
a
privilege.
Test. It's true. It's real. I do feel like it was probably the hardest transition I've had of all the places that I've lived in. When you leave, what do you think you'll miss? Because there's definitely, you know, when you go home, you go back to England, you know, every country has pros and cons, right? There's definitely going to be some things you're like, oh, I miss this about Taiwan.
Yeah.
What do you think it would be?
I thought for ages, and because you see so many videos online, and these people are like, oh, I'll miss Taiwan because of the food, or, you know, the friendly people. It's repetitive. It's been done a million times.
Yeah.
The one thing that I would miss is the safety in this country. I don't like to say stuff like this, like, because it sounds like I'm crapping on my own country, but
Why not?
like, it's just honest observation. Like, you walk down the streets in the UK sort of after midnight in a big city, and you've got to watch your back. You've really got to have street smarts. You could be walking down the street and you see a gang of people like coming towards you.
A group.
Well, a group. Okay, a group, not a gang. Sorry, a group of people. They're probably not doing anything. They're benign, harmless, you know. But you think to yourself, these guys could start something. They could, you know, try and rob me, or you know, they might be drunk because the UK has this massive drinking culture where on the weekend everybody just goes crazy.
Go to the pub.
Like, just the safety. Like, here in Taiwan, I can walk outside any time of the night or in the early hours of the morning, feel perfectly safe, and I don't know why that is, why it's different. I can't really put my finger on it completely, but the difference is there for sure, and I'll really miss that about Taiwan, definitely.
I have Taiwanese friends who will be like, oh, you know, you should be careful, don't go out too late. But I don't feel it.
Right.
But like in Taiwan, I feel like I'm just like, meh. Like I'll go for like night runs at like 11. I'll like.
Yeah, I've seen your Instagram posts. Yeah.
If my friend will call me for like have some hot bar like 12 a.m. I'm like, oh hey, all right, cool, I'll go. Like you just have that. You just feel safe.
Taiwan is kind of like a high trust society. Like, you know, there's a high level of trust between strangers on the streets and that kind of thing. Like, you see people, they'll get off their scooter, they'll pop into 7-Eleven, they'll leave their keys in the scooter.
I've seen that.
You know, like, I think to myself, if I'm in London, that scooter is like long gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the same thing of like, for example, let's say you go to like Starbucks and people like, they go to the toilet. Like in the, like even like when I was in university in the UK, it was common knowledge that you would not leave like your laptop just on the table, your phone on the table and go to the toilet. You wouldn't.
No way.
You'd bring it with you.
No way.
Whereas in Taiwan, people are like, okay, they leave their like expensive Mac on the table and they're like,
yeah.
Go still there for a long time.
Shocking for us to see that.
And you're like, oh, wow. And no one takes it. You're like, that's amazing.
So that's the thing I'll miss about here.
I agree with you.
Although I do feel perfectly safe in the UK as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're not trying to say that we feel like we fear for our lives in the UK. It's not that deep.
And how about you? What would you miss?
For me, I feel like there's one thing I'll miss, which is 在机, the app that you can have where you can you go to like 7, you go to places and they scan your code, right? You scan your barcode, and then it puts all your receipts into this app. Every single other month or whatever, they draw the prizes and you can get money back if you win.
So
kind of like a lottery using your receipts.
Oh, yeah, because all of the people here keep their receipts, don't they? So there's an app for that.
Yeah, you can literally, instead of like, because you know how they print out every single, you go to 7, they print out every receipt, they give it to you.
Yeah.
That's why you keep your receipts, homeboy, you keep your receipts.
I don't.
Usually you can swipe it and then it just stores it onto your app, onto the app, so you don't actually have to take the paper with you every single time. I think that's pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah, they
definitely
don't have that in the UK.
No, I'm gonna miss it. And it's just more convenient. Even like the money aside, it's more convenient just to not like have so much paper and just to have it all stored, and you can see exactly what you bought, exactly how much you can spend, and you can see like every single month how much money you've been spending.
So
like,
you can work out your monthly outgoings. That's pretty good.
It is.
What's it called?
在机.
在机.
Yeah, I'm not sure that, but that's why I say I'm like 说在机. So and then they understand me, so I'm like, that's good enough.
Nice. I'm gonna have to get that then.
They see my foreign face and I think they think I don't have it.
It always bugs me, you know, like that's one thing I'll say. They never ask me if I 你会语言吗?
Oh yes.
Right? Because they just assume that I don't have a membership. And they just assume because I'm a foreigner I don't have a membership. But most of the time I do.
I do. I have my PX Smart one. I'm like, they're deep and I'm like, excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. But like, you know, I'll hear them like when the guy behind me or the girl, whatever behind me, they ask them straight away because they see they're from Taiwan. I'm like, I'm not where you are.
I want it. I want my points. And the other one will be my scooter and just the freedom that it gives me. Because I feel like in the UK, like we don't have a scooter driving culture. We don't ride scooters, really, generally speaking, we don't. It's more about driving cars. And obviously, you know, it rains a lot in the UK as well. So who would really want to ride a scooter all the time in the rain? In Thailand, it doesn't really rain that much, right? So it's okay.
It's raining today.
But I think it gives me a lot of freedom. So like if I want to go and see whoever, like I won't have to be like, oh, let me get on this bus, this train. I can just be like, and just go.
That's a good point.
So I will definitely miss the freedom that it gives me.
I think that's very important in Taiwan. I don't have a scooter. that's one of my regrets here, I think,
Yeah.
is not getting one because I think that I could have went to a lot more places. Now, I just U-bike everywhere. It's so pathetic. Like,
I mean, it's not bad, especially
it's
in the summer.
healthy.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm still fat. I mean, you know, I thought like all of those U-bike trips would like at least cut a few pounds, but nope.
But it makes it more convenient. I feel like the places that I generally like always end up being far. Like I'll see pictures and I'll be like, I want to go here.
Yeah.
And someone's like, Shasha, it takes like hours to get there. Like if you want to go by like public transport, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so the scooter is definitely like freedom on 2 wheels, basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll miss a hell of a lot of things about here. Of course, I'll miss the food. Of course, I'll miss the people, the place, the scenery. Just, you know, Taiwan's, it really is
It's really
pretty
beautiful.
cool country,
Yeah.
like, to be honest. But, you know, like, I've seen so many people talking about
That you're
all
like,
of that.
basic skip.
Just want to say thank you for having me on your channel. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can pay me later. Little brown envelope under the
Pay you
table.
with love, bro. Pay you in
It's not
friendship.
good enough. Thanks for having me on the
You're
channel. It's
welcome.
really cool to make a video with you.
I love making those videos fun.
Yeah, cool. We'll do more.
We should. Alright, so if you liked today's video and you want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.